Alright, people, what the hell is going on? I got this little table right here with wheels on it. I can put next to the little futon I'm sitting on. But it still ain't set up how I really want it. But what, cat? Why you want to wait till I get ready to start recording and come over here making noise? You about to... Both of y'all. You see how this shit? I got both of the cats. Yeah, cat, you go over there. You go back down there and finish eating all the other cat food with your greedy ass. As soon as I hit the goddamn button, the two cats come up here. Well, one of them came up here. Anyway, what I want to talk about. I ain't really got no topics. I'm going to have to... I don't want to badger none of my other folks with more blast texts and stuff about my YouTube channel, but kind of running low on topics at the moment. Since I ain't really talking about nothing, I ain't gonna really put too much effort in this. But right now, Star Trek is what I'm talking about. And what else? Star Trek. The last Star Trek, I tried to watch Prodigy. I couldn't watch Prodigy because apparently, obviously, whatever the fucking word for that shit is obviously not for me. Prodigy was not it. It wasn't, man. I tried to watch Prodigy. I'm trying to find my damn earpiece. I don't know where the hell it is. I tried to watch Star Trek Prodigy, and I can't do it. I tried. The fact that they got that goddamn Nickelodeon, they got that Nickelodeon logo on the top of it don't help either. Not that there's anything wrong with Nickelodeon, because I've watched plenty of Nickelodeon. I grew up on Nickelodeon. But I am 47 years old. So, no Nickelodeon. I have a thing nowadays where I get irritated at watching unruly minors. I do. I have a thing with just watching unruly minors on TV. You know, kids that just don't listen to authority or just talk out their ass. All that type of shit. You know, the stuff that people find fucking entertaining for whatever reason. That shit irritates the hell out of me. And that one, maybe 2 episodes of Star Trek Prodigy, I figured that's what that was going to be. You got a bunch of fucking kids going around doing shit or whatever they going to end up doing. I don't know. I only made 2 episodes. And they don't listen. They going to do what the fuck they want to do. You got that one stupid looking motherfucker, whatever the main goddamn character. I'm like, I'm not watching this. You know, I'm not watching this. This shit is irritating 2 episodes in. I am not watching it. No, thank you. Watch enough shit with the little kids in. I don't like watching no kind of kid shows at all. Naomi was the last one I watched. Actually, no, it wasn't. Stargirl was the last one. I watched Naomi. That turned out to not be as irritating as most teenage high school, you know, shows are. Stargirl, pretty much the same thing. Thought I was gonna be able to watch it. I got a couple of episodes in, and then it turned out to be a bunch of fucking kids that don't listen to adults when they telling them some shit. They gonna run off and do what the fuck they want to do and fuck shit. No. You would think they'll be able to come up with different shit. You know what I'm saying? You think they'll be able to come with different? I don't watch all these shows because they do the same goddamn thing. That's why I don't like watching shows with kids in them. I don't like watching kids. It's the same old trope. Same old cliched ass shit. You got the little kids and the teenagers. You got the adult trying to tell them what not to do. And they gonna go out and do the shit anyway. Or they just straight up just shit talk the goddamn adults. They like putting that shit in shows nowadays. You could tell all these shows was brought up back, way back afterwards, like when I was in high school or some shit, when they finally stopped corporal punishment and shit like that, where you couldn't get paddled in school and you couldn't whoop your kids and none of that shit. Yeah, all you could tell, it was a big difference post that time, mid-90s, all the way up until now. Now you got all this shit, you got all these, get the fuck out of here. That shit is irritating. I just can't watch it. You know? So I only made 2 episodes into Prodigy. Stargirl, I only made a couple of episodes into that. It's the same shit, literally. And then yesterday I started watching, or was it the day before? I don't know. Star Trek Lower Decks. Lower Decks. Gotta make sure you enunciate on that. Lower Decks. Lower Decks. I started watching Star Trek Lower Decks. And it was almost the same thing. But the way that shit is drawn, you have to figure out that, oh, these are actual adults doing the same shit. You know, it's the same shit, but it's adults doing it. You know, well, an adult doing it. Main little character on there is the same shit. You know, she does what she want to do. Even though she's part of an organization, has a rank and all, she just purposely goes out of her way to do what the fuck she want to do. Aside from what she's ordered or she's supposed to be doing. Taking it her mother's the captain of the fucking ship. That for some reason didn't nobody know. That was a secret. I'm spoiling shit, but whatever the fuck. You know, it's not a real big thing, you know, but it's kind of obvious if you're watching a fucking show. I mean, they bring that out to the character. I mean, to the watcher. You know, way before they bring it to the in-show characters. But anyway, it's pretty much the same thing. Except for it's adults doing it. The only thing that, you know, and I don't know what the fuck Lower Decks is supposed to be. It's PG. TV-14. I watched the goddamn show. I watched all those 3 seasons I have of what they got of it. Didn't take that long to watch. It's like short episodes. And alright. PG TV-14. PG TV-14. It's a lot of bleeps in this fucking show. Like for real, it's a lot of bleeps in this show. You know, you don't go very long without hearing boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 you know, from cursing. You know, it's not, it's just like, it says BG, okay, I get that. TV-14, I mean, should it even be this many bleeps, even though you bleeping out the cuss words? Shouldn't it be worded differently or something? I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what that show is supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be an adult show for kids, kind of like, you know, some Seth MacFarlane shit, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's just a kid fucking show. Cause it's like right in the fucking middle. It ain't as raunchy as like Family Guy or any of those type of shows. And it's a little bit too much for, you know, TV-14. I don't know what the fuck. But there's a lot of jokes in there that you would think, you know, if a young teenager was watching, and I do mean young teenager, like 13, 14, was watching that you would hopefully just go right the fuck over their head. You know what I'm saying? You would think that, because there's a lot of sex jokes in that show. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sex jokes in that show. So I don't know if they got each episode rated TV-14, PG, TV-14, PG, for specifically what's in each episode. I do not know, but I do know there's difference. I mean, if you watch like the whole intro and all that other stuff, when they show the rating and stuff, you see it. It's different for these episodes. And I was able to watch it, and I admit I slept through a lot of this shit because it's pretty much the same shit. It's a lot more silly. You know what I'm saying? It's silly like it's made for kids. If you watching it and you watch the animation, this shit is made for kids. If you listen to the dialogue, you be like, I wouldn't, you know, I don't, you know, you know, I'm like, I There's a lot of sexual content in there. Some of it more overt than others, but it's there. Some shit, some of it just you just can't. You just like, okay, this is just straight up some adult shit right here. Like when this Birdman and this robot was trying to figure out how they was gonna have sex, and I guess they figured out how they was gonna have sex. But it's just like that's straight up adult shit. You know what I'm saying? That should be TVMA right there. That should be like straight TVMA. I don't get it, you know. And I'm spoiled to the point to where I have to kind of watch adult cartoons. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about porn cartoons. I watch those too. But as far as just general entertainment, I have to watch adult cartoons. I'm trying to think. It's funny how you could think of shit, but you can't come up with anything. Y'all know adult cartoons. I don't want to sit here and name drop Family Guy and American Dad and all that shit. But it's a couple of them on like Netflix and shit like that. Big Mouth is one. That show gets you on the FBI watch list. They just straight up show naked ass preteens. I'm not even lying about that. I mean, you see the little boy Dingaling like first 2 episodes or whatever, maybe first episode, you see the little boy, you see his little dick. It's just like, what? This show is about kids, man. Not even teenagers. You know, sometimes teenagers, there's a line there, whatever the fuck, but no, these are for kids. You know, not little babies either. You know what I'm saying? Little, whatever, naked babies is fine, but you can't show naked people. Yeah, but yeah, Big Mouth, oh man, shit. And I watched all of that. But, I mean, it's obvious, even though it's an adult show about kids trying to have sex, because that's basically what it is. Don't none of the kids actually have sex, but it's about kids trying to have sex. That's what the fucking show is about. Puberty and all this other shit. But it's an adult show. It's obvious. You know, it's a couple of other shows that are just not as good, but you know, that I've seen on Netflix. It's adult shows. They just straight up like spinoffs of the Family Guy type shows, but a step beyond that, because they not on no network, so they can do and say shit on the streaming services that you ain't gonna do like on no network show, you know. So they purposely go above and beyond to be gross and nasty and sexually explicit. So there was no line, there's no on the fence with that shit. It's just like this is Star Trek. It's a cartoon, but it's raunchy. It's animated like it's for kids. You know, because if you look at it, it kind of looked like, I'm trying to think of another cartoon it looked like. It kind of looked like fucking, it kind of looked like fucking the animation from Family Guy and Cleveland Show and American Dad. You know what I'm saying? If you just look at the characters, how they drawn it, I mean, you could take those characters out of that and stick them, except for they're a bit more slim. But you could just take them out and stick them in another cartoon. They would not look out of place at all. So I got through that. It wasn't bad though. If you can kind of, then they kind of introduce some kind of lesbian shit in there. I'm just like, really? But you can also think that, you know, you looking at it, you think this is a little kid. No, it's not for kid. This is a grown ass woman, but they got all the characters drawn to where they just look like fucking kids. It's just, come on now. I mean, like literally, they are Starfleet officers. Why they all drawn to look like fucking kids is beyond me. Not all of them, but most of them. You know, the main characters, they all supposed to be like young, but still, shit. I'm looking, I'm like, is he grown? Is she grown? I'm like, I don't know if I should be enjoying what I'm looking at or not. So, but I got through that. It was okay. You know, if some new seasons come out, I would probably watch it more than likely. Uh, and then today I started watching. Not today, yeah, yesterday. That was yesterday or the day before. I don't. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, probably. I don't know. And my days and nights are not exactly like everybody else. I'm usually up overnight and sleep during the fucking day. But I started watching a day and a half or so ago. I started watching Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, or whatever the fuck. I don't think it's called Strange New Worlds. And that is Star Trek. There was only one season of that out at this point, so I watched all of that. And I was like, okay, this is fucking Star Trek. Oh, and the other thing about the lower decks, the thing that kind of that'll keep somebody watching that show are the references they keep calling back to the previous Star Treks. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot in there that it's a lot of stuff really. If you don't know, if you had just started watching that cartoon out the blue, you'd miss a little bit. I ain't gonna say a lot, but you'd miss a little bit because you would know what a lot of those people were talking about when they bring up shit or name drop some stuff and they start naming off actual plot lines and stuff like that. Like, because they do that in Star Trek, they start naming off shit like history that happened in previous Star Trek shows. And they'll be like, well, blah, 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 Star Trek, blah, 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 James T. Kirk, blah, 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 Commander Riker, blah, 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 blah. If you don't know if you hadn't watched you wouldn't know who the fuck they talking about or what the fuck happened. But it's kind of fun with you when you watching that. And it scratch that little nostalgia bone a little bit when they start bringing up that stuff. Cat. Shut up, cat. Yeah, it's like, okay, all right, I got it. I get it. This is entertaining. And they started naming off like ridiculous ass shit. They did. They started naming off like ridiculous ass shit that usually happens in Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? Some fourth wall type shit. Like this somebody on a bridge, one of the bridge officers had died, the little security guy had died. But he was back on the bridge. And they was like, I thought he had died. He was back on the bridge. Because that's something that happens to a lot. I think damn near 80% of the people have died to some extent. You know what I'm saying? And end up being brought back to life some kind of goddamn way. So they end up, little shit like that, little tropes they bring up. And it was I was like, yeah. I was thinking about it. I said, yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that does happen. And then they one of the people went up and talked to the guy. Was have to ask her. It's like one of them questions where if somebody done died and came back, they don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them things they don't talk about. So, but he ended up asking one of the little Lord Dex people ended up asking the guy, well, you died and came back. What happened? And he gave him this fucking. He gave the guy an explanation of what happened. Because it get all weird and wonky when he talking and all the kind of stuff. So the character got the explanation, but we didn't. But it was one of those things that it's something that's so creepy and horrible or whatever that you don't, it's like something you just, you don't want to happen. So it freaked the little character out, but we don't really know what the fuck it is. Yeah, so there's a lot of that now, so it's kind of worth it to watch it just for some of that shit. But a lot of name dropping in there. But Strange New Worlds is Star Trek. Now there's some name dropping in this too, but it's a little bit different because Strange New Worlds happens before right before I think they got a couple of series that happened before the original series, the one that was shot way back in 1960, whatever the fuck. But Strange New Worlds is actually shot. It's on the same Enterprise as the original series Enterprise, if you understand what I'm saying. It's the same ship. It's just that everybody know who James Captain Kirk is. But this is before Captain Kirk was on that ship. You know what I'm saying? That was before he was the captain on that ship. So this is Captain Pike, not Captain Kirk. And a lot of people won't, you know, if you just coming in blind and stuff, folks won't know who Captain Pike is. Who the fuck is Captain Pike? Look, Captain Pike was there before Kirk. In the original series, he was. I think he had like 2 episodes or something like that. I'm thinking he had 2 episodes before Kirk even came along. It might have just been 1 episode. For some reason, I got 2 episodes in my head. I don't know why. But he was there before Kirk. So was Spock. So Spock is in this. Uhura is in this, even though, you know, I don't remember her being part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember her being part of the crew on that little specific thing that I saw Captain Pike on in the original series, but whatever the fuck, you know, whatever. Spock was there, you know, but not Uhura. But, I mean, she in it, so it's like whatever. Does it really matter? No, it don't. It don't matter. It really don't. They can, I mean, they can write it any kind of way that they want. She could have not been on the ship at the time. Because she's she's not lieutenant. She's just cadet in this right here. So everybody's rank is back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's rank is kind of pushed back a little bit for the most part. But I was watching it and I was like, see, this is kind of, I mean, it's funny shit in here. It really is. It's funny stuff in there, but it's like regular Star Trek shit. It's not goofy. You know, it's not stupid. It's like they got some story shit and a bunch of shit that'll hit you in your nostalgia bone and all of that. So Strange New Worlds I liked. I watched it 1 season and I was like, I got through the season. I was like, all right, this is good. This is a good season of fucking Star Trek. Which at this point, all seasons of Star Trek should be good. That show been going on long enough to where they shouldn't have any stinkers. I'm pretty sure they do have plenty of stinkers. That's why I don't watch like reviews and stuff like that. I'm not watching no reviews on nothing. That's why I like right now. What's on my screen right now is the 2nd episode of Star Trek Discovery. Now, I wasn't going to watch Star Trek Discovery. I wasn't. Because it got spoiled. 2 plot lines got spoiled. I think one was for season 1 with the Red Devil or whatever the fuck. And there was another one about some kid that I think was in season 2. And that shit got spoiled when I was watching some shit on YouTube that wasn't even Star Trek. I was watching something on the Orville, and the fucking stupid ass YouTuber just went on a whole rant and spoiled 2 whole seasons of fucking Star Trek Discovery like that. Just blew me. I'm watching something on the Orville. That's not even Star Trek. Why do you feel the need to have to blur it? You know, you just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You do give a spoiler warning on shit. You know, spoiler warning. Just in case. Because, well, I can't spoil shit. I'm just in the 2nd episode and then I hadn't spoiled really anything. It's nothing really spoil worthy on Lower Decks or I don't know. I only seen 2 episodes of Prodigy, so I can't spoil shit on that. So I guess I'm pretty good on spoiler. Star Trek, what's his name? Stranger. I talked about that. I didn't spoil nothing. You know, it's worth the watch. And then what's the Discovery? Yeah, the 3rd season is out now. I said, you know what? I just done watched all this goddamn Star Trek in a fucking row. Why not? I know what the fuck is gonna happen for the most part. So let me go ahead and just watch Discovery, just so I could be caught the fuck up. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna go sit down and watch a whole nother season of watch through those fucking seasons of fucking Star Trek Voyager or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Go watch fucking 7 seasons of that shit. Fuck, just go ahead and watch this. It's new. I already once that little storyline start to pop off, I'm already gonna know what's gonna happen. I know the destination. I'm just gonna have to enjoy the journey. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I just gonna have to enjoy the journey. And then once season 3 hit, I'll be fresh. I know to stay away from everything Star Trek until I get to season 3 of fucking Discovery. But I'm just in the second episode of Discovery, and I'm not wanting to watch this shit no more. The only thing I'm liking about this shit is that I was like, hey, that's Michelle Yeoh. Like, for real, I was just like, that's Michelle Yeoh. I just happened to see that. I saw her name in the credits, and my blind ass looking, they got those weird ass credits pop up. I just happened to see Michelle. I was like, Michelle Yeoh in this. And then this fucking shit started. I'm like, that's Michelle Yeoh. Hey. And like, I'm a big Michelle Yeoh fan, but I mean, you see the name, you recognize. I'm like, Michelle Yeoh in this. She fucking captain of the ship, I'm like, I don't know how long she gonna be captain. I really don't. I don't know how long she fucking captain. I was like, when you see like a celebrity name like this, sometimes you get nervous. You be like, yeah, they only gonna be in this motherfucker for a little bit. Michelle Yeoh gonna be in there, captain. And next thing you know, she gonna be out of there in like an episode or two. So I don't know. And then they got the Sasha chick from the Walking Dead, but I mean, I knew she was in this way long ass time ago. I knew she was in this by the time she killed herself in the show. No, not kill herself, but she kind of sacrificed herself. She was turning into a zombie already. She knew it, so she. If that's not a spoiler for The Walking Dead, if you ain't caught up on that part yet, then whatever. You way late, motherfucker. Catch the fuck up. But yeah, she was out of there. But everybody already knew that she was leaving The Walking Dead to go do fucking Star Trek Discovery. And it's just kind of good to see her in this. But I mean, 2 episodes in, I don't even like her character. I don't. And it's the same shit that I was talking about earlier with the kids. The same shit. It's just like you got this brash. I can't say young because at this point she done been on this ship for a long ass time. Even though she looked like a young chick, but she done been there for a long ass fucking time. That's kind of like it is on fucking Lower Decks too. You think it's like a little kid, the way they draw it in, but that chick done been around 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? Doing this shit on starships. So she ain't exactly young. She just looked like she's young. But anyway, that goes off, does her own thing other than what she's ordered to do. That shit is irritating. It is. It's fucking irritating. I'm just like, really? I gotta do this shit. And it's instantly grating when I see that shit. I'm watching the show, and then I'm like, okay, she's one of these people. She's second in command on the ship. But I'm like, already, she's in trouble. For the same type of shit, you know what I'm saying? She know better than everybody else. Now, ultimately, she might be right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that I'm just like, I hate that shit. I do. I fucking hate that shit. That just shit irritates me. I gotta sit here and watch this shit. Dude, you gotta sit there and watch this shit. I'm just like, man, get the fuck out of here. Somebody slap her, please. Somebody slap her. Smack her around. Hit on her face. Do something. Just, I hate it. I do. It works my nerves. Sometimes you can get through it, and then some other story elements will come by and kind of knock that shit down or whatever. But if it continues too long, it makes me not want to watch the show. That's how I end up not watching Stargirl. It is. It's just, it got to a point in the show when I was watching Stargirl where little stupid ass teenagers just gonna do what the fuck they want. When dude trying to explain shit to them, trying to teach them how shit go, they not gonna listen. They gonna do what the fuck they want to do anyway, and just just totally just disrespect whatever the dude Stripes or whatever his fucking name is. They just disrespect that motherfucker, or just all together, including his fucking kids. We're just like, goddamn, come on, really, dude. It's just like y'all have to write that type of shit in there. We got some unruly, disrespectful ass kids. You know what I'm saying? His child is fucking disrespectful as fuck, and the fucking adopted teenage girl is just as fucking disrespectful. She know better. After they done went out and fucked everything up, he had to save their ass. He trying to teach them how to do the shit right if they gonna do it, and then they completely just ignore this fucking dude and be like, nah, fuck this, we gonna do this. You get sick of watching that shit. Like, yeah, really, you ain't gonna do nothing else? Y'all sit around and get paid to write shit. Y'all come up with stories, and y'all keep coming up with the same shit. You come up with the same beats. Can't make nothing else up. You know what I'm saying? You can't figure some new shit out. You gotta keep writing the same old disrespectful ass minor shit just over and over again. Yeah, I do my own thing. I don't care about it. I rebel against authority. That's me. That's what I do. And I always come up on top. Whether I do wrong or not, I'm going to find a way to make shit happen. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just get the fuck out of here. You get sick of that shit. I'm just like, goddamn. And it ain't that shit can't be valid sometimes. It's just that it's done all the fucking time. All the fucking time. I rebel against authority. I'm going to go against the well-established authority and do something that's asinine because I think it's right. And for whatever reason, it's what I come out to do is going to be on top. For the most part. Yeah, every once in a while, they'll have it the way they do that shit and just fuck everything up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I mean, long term, it never really works. They still end up doing the same shit. They end up doing it again, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have stupid shit in all these goddamn shows like that. You know, no conflict. You know what I'm saying? You can't have like the Gene Roddenberry, no eternal conflict, no none of that. You can't have that. You can, but I mean, your show gets stale. And it's one thing how your show gets stale because you don't want your main characters to have no conflict between themselves. You want everything to be external, but man, even that'll get stale if you do it all. If that's all you do, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm coming. Now that's my point. When that's all you do, or you just do it too much. I'm talking about 2 or 3 different, actually about 3 or 4 different shows right now. And the shit that's working my nerves on most of these shows is the fact that you got the motherfucker that rebel against authority and go do what the fuck they want to do because they gonna fucking be right because they just start a goddamn show. You know, man, you're sick of this shit, dude. I do. Let me see. Extra watery ass Diet Coke. Actually, that didn't even taste like Diet Coke at all. That literally tasted mostly like water, which I'm not complaining about because water. I mean ice. Fuck. I mean ice is water, but that's mainly what I wanted. But anyway, yeah, I'm watching the. Oh, the fucking Other than that, the thing that's pissing me off, 1.125 episodes in, and I don't even think I'm in the 0.25. I mean the fucking second episode just fucking started. The fucking Klingons in this shit, man. What the fuck, dude? You can't just go off reimagining every goddamn thing for every fucking show. Like, man, what the hell is those are Klingons? You know what I'm saying? That you can kind of, you can just, you can give a pass between the shit that happened between the original series and the first movie. Star Trek the motion picture or the movie or whatever the fuck they called it. And you get, were there Klingons in that? Or am I thinking about the second one? Which one had the Klingons in it? Whatever, when they started the fucking movies. I forget which one had the first Klingons in it. I don't think it was the first movie. It was Star Trek 2. Three? What? Yeah. I'm gonna let you outside in a minute. You gonna stay your ass outside too. Whatever. You gonna stay outside. All you do is come in, you eat the little cat food, and then, whatever. You come in, you eat the cat food, and you go your ass back outside. And then the other little cat come up here, looking at me like, hey, I'm hungry. I look over there, you just sat your big ass over there and ate all the food and drank all the water. Then you go your ass back outside. You ain't gonna be able to do that. Because once I keep them doors closed in the wintertime, your ass is outside. You just gonna be outside. You hear me? Look, and you still looking in the bowl. It ain't no more fucking food. You ate it all. She over there sniffing a bowl like, you ate all the food. The food that I put down there for the cat, you done came in and ate it. That's why I got, let me see. I ate all of, like, I bought me some Burger King. Fucking 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, I'm ordering fucking Burger King. I ordered some fucking, I ordered my normal double Whopper. My normal double Whopper meal with Diet Coke. And I got Uber, so I got the Uber One, so I have to stretch my order out a little bit to get the discounts. You order some regular shit, and you look at the thing, and they got the little promotion shit. Add another $1.70 or $2 or whatever the price may be to save with Uber One. If you got it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you you add those couple of, you have to go find another item depending on where you order from. That number ain't never gonna fucking match. You gotta be like, shit. So you gotta find something. You might have to add another item in there to cover that little extra dollar amount to get you to the savings, and then that'll make sure that it take off your delivery fee and some of the taxes and fees. The taxes will still be down there, but the fees won't. So a lot of times you'll add that little bit on there, and it'll end up lowering your price by a couple dollars. Like, for real. You like me using my total usually ends up being around $18. That's generally when I order off of Uber Eats. I try to keep it right around there, because you order something, blah blah blah. As long as I ain't going over $20, which I generally do because you have to add a tip and shit. But yeah. But when I add that little extra item, I usually get something for the cat. You get some chicken nuggets for like $1, $1.50, $1.70, whatever, $2. You get some chicken nuggets or something like that the cat can eat. When I order food, I always order shit from the cat. So you can get shit, give the cat the little bit that you're going to get a cat, so you can actually eat your food, which don't really work because the cat going to sit right here on my goddamn lap looking at me trying to eat my food. I'm like, I just put your food right there. You eat that. I bought that just for you. I got one of them cats. She's so used to being inside. She ain't like the other outside cats to where, ow! She just attacked me. I'm trying to record it. Don't be hitting me. Come here. Don't run. She don't have that scarcity mentality that other cats have. So she'll, you put food down there, you better run. You put food down there, even fresh food that you eating or whatever the fuck, unless she like hungry. You know, you put something right there, she'll smell it or whatnot, or she'll just look at it and then look at you trying to get what you got in your hand to eat. You put food down there in the bowl. If she ain't exactly hungry at the moment, she'll just go sniff it and then go on about her business. She won't fuck with it until she get hungry. Not like the other cats, you put food down there, they like, you know what I'm saying? They go right at it. But they outside cats. So, you know, whatever. I was talking about something, and I started talking about cats and forgot what the fuck I was talking about. God damn it. Be still, cat. It's gonna be time for me to go to bed in a minute, and you can't be running around here like that. That's what cats do. They wait for you to get nice and tired, and they get nice and peppy and start running around, zipping around the goddamn house like they on speed. This fucking the Klingons, man. I don't know when they changed. Well, they changed the look of the Klingons a little bit, but you know, I was like, okay, whatever, you know. But what got me is the language. I'm like, okay, what are you eating on now? I'm like, they got the, you know, anybody that watch Star Trek know they got the Klingon language. You know, whatever the fuck they be saying. Now it's like, okay, but it's like, it's sparing, you know what I'm saying? Now it's all they fucking say. That's all you, and then they got the fucking subtitles, which I fucking hate. I don't like watching shit with subtitles. If it's subtitles down there, you know, me and my badass vision, I'm not finna even try to read the fucking subtitles. I'm not. And then the way that the Klingons' voices sound on here, sound like it sound like your voice if you was talking into a bucket or something. They steady going blah, blah, blah. But it's like, let me see if I can do this shit. Let me see. Yeah, it sounds just like this. I can't do that Klingon shit without irritating my throat. But it literally is they voice. I'm like, how the fuck your voice sound like that? It sounds like the voice, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like you watching them talk or whatever, but it kind of sounds like the voice is not coming from the characters. It's weird. I don't like it. The fact that they not speaking English, I mean, we watching the show, I don't speak Klingon. It's different if you, which I still hate this shit, if you watching a movie and they speaking a different language. You know what I'm saying? They speaking a different language. French, fucking Spanish, or whatever, Russian, whatever the fuck it is. You know, I'm like, okay, at least that's a real goddamn language. This is fucking Klingon. There's very few people watching this that's gonna be able to listen to that shit, and there's people out there that do, because they actually, them fucking no-life nerds that watch this shit, you know what I'm saying? Not just like regular fans like me that like Star Trek. They got motherfuckers, they done deciphered the goddamn shit on this to a fucking language. I'm like, shh, really? So they actually have a Klingon language. Can listen to this shit. Can and tell you exactly what the fuck they saying. Like, for real. I'm not even making this shit up. I'm not even making this shit up. So they just blah, 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 blah. And then they got the subtitles down there. And they having a whole fucking conversation with just that. Which means it's a whole scene that's for to go by. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if they friendly. I don't know if they what they trying to do. I don't know. I can only get one side of the story from the motherfucker that's speaking fucking English on this side. You know what I'm saying? In this show, there's no reason for me to have, you can have them speak Klingon for a little bit. Just to establish that they speak Klingon. But after that, there's no reason for me to have to read subtitles. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for me to have to read subtitles. Why? It's just dumb. Y'all want to put out there, y'all proud of the fact that y'all got a fucking Klingon language? These fucking nerds that made, that came up with? You know? See, I want to put this shit in the fucking show so people have to sit here, listen to this fucking trash ass and read some skinny letter ass. Now, the subtitles aren't small. At least I can give them that. But they're in the wrong fucking font. I cannot read that against the background or everything else. You know, you put white letters on the screen. It's all kind of other colors and shit going on the screen. That's going to drown that shit out. My contrast vision ain't that goddamn good. And I don't want to read this shit. I don't want to read a fucking novel. I want to watch the fucking show. Oh, goddamn. And it's right at this point where I paused the shit to where I was like, man, let me go shoot this video and talk about it. Because I have no interest in watching this anymore. The main character done pissed me off already. One episode in. And I'm sick of the fucking subtitles and the fucking Klingons in this shit already. One episode in. Still got 3 whole seasons to go. You gonna fix this shit? No, they probably won't. Because the few reviews I done seen, because I done stayed away from them, they all kind of shake their head at Discovery. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna. I'll have to be a judge for myself. The character shit I can forgive because it is what it is. But this subtitle shit, we gonna have to get through these goddamn Klingons and get to some other aliens. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this shit going. So I can understand what the fuck is going on. So I can get both sides of the fuck story. You know? Instead of having one side speaking some alien ass language and some subtitles that I am not for the fucking read. Whether I want to or not. I would literally have to sit here, pause the screen, read the shit, unpause, wait for the next motherfucker to speak, pause, read, unpause. Then I'll be here 30 minutes just trying to get through the goddamn scene. I could have finished watching the episode by now. I'm steady over here trying to decode shit. Stop that. No subtitles. Now, if you gotta watching a foreign movie where they not speaking no English at all, and they gotta put subtitles down there, okay, you read the whole goddamn movie. Like a couple of the fucking Asian movies. My vision was pretty good back then, but you know, shit. I wouldn't want to do it now. Watch a Kung Fu movie with all those subtitles at the bottom. Like shit. Now I'm like, no, man, I don't give a damn how big you put them letters down there. And those are some big ass subtitles. Like the subtitles, like right now, if I'm watching this shit, I don't know if those are subtitles or the credits are still on the fucking screen. That's the kind of font the shit is in. I'm like, are those credits? Am I supposed to be reading that or those are credits? I can't tell. The episode just came on. I'm going to assume since all this shit is at the bottom that it's subtitles. But it could be credits. Let me see something right quick. What did this shit say? My goddamn controller done cut off. I've been doing this shit so long. See, I can't even read this shit. You know what? I'm just gonna show y'all. I hope it's. Y'all can probably read. I can't read that shit. Our purity is a threat to them. Our purity is a threat to them. You see how I had to read that shit? That's real time reading for me. Our purity, and I'm looking at it, and I know that says purity, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, is that what is that rarity? Pure? I'm looking at it, I still can't make it out, even though I know what it says. All purity is a threat to them. That's just right in the middle of a conversation. I don't know what the fuck they talking about because I'm not finna sit there and do this for the whole goddamn show. Right, let me see. Let y'all listen.